Okay, so today we'll be starting about lesson 3 of unit 16, and it is about the use of information technology. And in this context, in this lesson, we'll be studying about the net and its associated terms. We'll be also studying about the uses of internet and be familiar with the code of conduct in using the information technology that we are using. You might have known well about the digital platform that we are using, like Google Meet, like Google Chrome, right, like Zoom. So these all are the Google platform. These all are the internet provider internet platform that we are using, because of which we are being able to exchange our knowledge, because of which this school, even in the pandemic situation, it is being possible. So let's me start with the introduction. The technology of storing, retrieving, and manipulating and transmitting data with the help of computer technology is called information technology. The invention and the use of information technology has largely revolutionized the way of the world in the fields of education and communication, business, health, etc. In this relation, the uses of internet and the code of the conduct of information technology are described. So we know that now, not only in the school, not only in this education sector, but also in the communication sector. In communication sector, we can say radio, radio video chat is also there. In business also, video chat is available, Zoom is available. So this Google Meet is available. In health sector also, different other sectors, different other information technologies are available. If you talk about the health sector, then the digitalized education is also provided in the health sectors related to this health sector, as well as the different machineries are also available, because of which the health sector is also getting advanced more. And now, if we talk about the internet, what does the internet means? Internet has largely transformed the old system of information and communication. Now various audiovisual materials, written documents, etc. can be obtained and used through the internet. Watching television and reading newspaper through the web pages are also possible due to the exploration of the internet. Now internet can also be used for the video chat by sitting in front of the computer set. So what you can see here is that here it is the Google Chrome is here, Mozilla Firefox is here, Opera is here, and this one I have not used. So these all are the different browsers through which we can open the internet, and we can search in Google. What can be the you might have heard, hi Siri, what can I know about something related, that sort of things will be asked with the Siri, right? So related to that, that is also the information technology and the internet that we are using right now. And this internet technology, this Chrome, these browsers will help us to connect with the world environment. We can communicate with any people with the help of these browsers, with the help of this internet. If we talk about exchanging of document, we are using the Gmail, we are using the Facebook. If we talk about the exchanging of the video, then we are using the YouTube as a platform. We are using the WhatsApp as a platform. We are using the Google Chrome as a platform for exchanging the videos and everything. And if we talk about the video chatting or communicating with any people, then all these sort of browsers are used. So here I'm including the digital learning also. What does the digital classroom mean? Digital classroom, we have already been very familiar with the digital meaning. Since we are using the digital classroom in this pandemic situation, we are familiar with this digital word. But also, we have already learned in our school platform also, there was a smart class. You might be very well known about the smart class, right? So in smart class also, people used to play, your teachers used to play different videos, different audios, pictures would be there. So that was one medium for extending the knowledge in this digital classroom, and that was also the digital classroom. So what does the digital classroom actually mean? Digital classroom actually mean that whenever there will be the exchange of the technology, exchange of the knowledge with the help of the video chat, with the help of the audio, video mediums, no? So that is the digital classroom, and we are doing it in a smart class also. Wait. Okay. So what happens in digital classroom? There will be the easy access through the devices. You can go through the devices, you can use the mobile phone, you can use the computer, laptop, anything, and you can go to the classroom. You don't have to be physically present there. Learn from the convenience of the place and time. Opportunity to learn new technology. Now what here we can see that even though you are at home, you are getting opportunity to learn something. And you are also not only the academic portion. Okay, I'm not talking about the academic portion. I'm saying you that if the teacher will be providing you some link, then that link is related to some technology, then that is also the way of learning. Some people, some of the students you might have known, but very few students, they were not known about the YouTube, they were not known about the Facebook. They didn't even have the Facebook ID. They didn't even how they didn't even know how to use the Google Chrome. So this has created the opportunity to use such type of Google platforms, such type of platforms which is provided in the modern world. So this is the opportunity to learn the new technology and trackable learning. Another is interaction with the friends and peers. Now we are interacting, so this is the how we do the interaction. We communicate with each other, and fun and exciting. Now you are able to see this sort of presentation. No, before when we used to see, we used to just see the book and always we used to read. No, so now the context has changed. Instead of using the books, we are using the presentations. We are using the colorful presentation, because of which you are being able, you are just attracted to the presentation, and you are gaining more knowledge. Because always whenever there will be excitement in learning, then people will learn more easily. And can be personalized, yes, around the clock learning. Okay, so this was about the digital platform, digital learning that we are doing, and we are here in the Google Meet. That is also one Google platform. That is one also internet platform, and how the internet is used. So let's talk about the use of internet now. As a global network, internet has changed the entire dynamics of the information and communication. The scope of internet is in the era of modern technology is really huge. It is widely used in the fields of education, business, security, health, entertainment, etc. The major uses of internet in the various fields are given here. Okay, so let's talk about the first point of the use of internet. Internet is used as a major source of information. Various types of information can be obtained from World Wide Web, which is known as www. You can see whenever you open the Google Meet in the Google Chrome also, at the top of it there will be the www, http, like that type of protocols will be there. So that is the World Wide Web through which we can get various information. And if you type www.google.com, then the Google will appear. If you type www.gmail.com, then Gmail will appear. Gmail will help to exchange the document. Google will help to exchange the information. That will help to provide the information actually. And another is it is used as a means of communication. Email and video mail are the common ways of communicating through internet. Nowadays, voice over internet protocol, that is VoIP, is also used for the communication. So what happens? Before, people used to send documents in email. They used to write documents in email. They used to video call. Whenever they have to face the interview, they used to video call. But now the voice over internet protocol is also available. That means now you can see the mic option. No, now in Google Meet also we have the mic option. Beside that, in Messenger also we have the mic option. In WhatsApp also we have the mic option. So that mic option is also available nowadays, which is known as the voice over internet protocol. That means we can exchange our voice. We can provide our information through our own voice. Not even by writing, not only by writing, by also by recording our voice and sending it. We can send the information related to our document. And internet is used as a system of data transfer. Various types of data can be transferred from one computer to another with the help of internet. This is the system that we are using, and we are exchanging the data, we are exchanging the knowledge. And internet is used as a social network. It connects people together for sharing the views, making new friends, disseminating information. Disseminating means distributing information. Okay, so we are making, if you are in Facebook, if you are in other social medias, then you can connect with the new friends. You can make the new friends of different countries and exchange your information. And you know that in ISA also, you have a very good time to exchange your knowledge with the respective collaborative partner school, right? So you can exchange it also. But what you need to do is that you need to participate. Unless and unless until you participate in the different competition and session, you won't be able to know what sort of exchanging of the information would be done through this network. So you have to participate. And it is used for conducting the various business activities such as advertising, marketing goods, paying account and bills, exchanging the business related information, etc. So you can see we can exchange so many knowledge. Even now you can see, even I'm also providing the link to you in the YouTube. So why it is that we are making time for exchanging the videos, exchanging the information to you people, and you are getting the knowledge from it. So it is like a very wonderful opportunity to the students, that if you are not able to attend the class also, you are gaining opportunity to watch the class activities and to watch it, how the class was running and what lesson your teacher had taught. So that also you are getting a very good opportunity with the help of this internet. Now we'll be talking about the code of conduct in this information technology. Information technology makes various types of information easily available for public, but the code of conduct in information technology refers to the law or the set of rules that is designed and circulated to prevent the information from being misused or abused with the help of various technology. You can see in Google, there are so many information provided, right? In Facebook also, there are so many information provided. But you know that there are different information, but some are good, some are useful, some are bad, some are not useful to you, and some are strictly prohibited because of the community guidelines. So why it is present? Why that is present? Because of this code of conduct. This code of conduct shows that none of the people will be given the rights to abuse the information provided in the internet, and none of the people will be able to produce the information that will violate the community guidelines. The community guidelines include, like you can see that abuse of the people, misusing of the different words, writing different unnecessary words in people's background or people's comment, and also another community guidelines include like adult information. So that is also different code of conduct that has to be prevented, and that is the law which the different technology will be using to prevent the misuse of such type of activities that people can do. Because people can do anything whenever they will be getting chance, they can do anything. So for that, they will be preventing, they will be assuring that none of the people will get wrong information through this internet, and that is what we call it as a law or the code of conduct of information technology. Nepal government has prepared a code of conduct for using the information technology with the objective of using it for a public welfare and the human development. And moreover, the major objectives of code of conduct in the information technology are to minimize the misuse and the abuse of the information technology, and to use and to develop it for a good reason in the society. As I said, what sort of things can be shared in a society? We all know, right? What is bad, what is wrong, what is right, we all know about that. But also, people will try to abuse it. Some people will be there, some people will have the bad thinking, and they will try to abuse the information provided in the internet. And that is why the code of conduct is established, the law is established in this information technology, like the judiciary we have in Nepal, no? Jaws
then
is there.
cybercrime.
Yeah,
Cyber
cybercrime.
laws.
Very good, yeah, cyber law. So that is also available, because of which if people are found to misuse the information in this internet, then they will be punished according to the law. So what can be the major aspects? Let's talk. It is strictly prohibited to harm the social harmony of the country with the use of information technology. Here, what it means, if you are using the internet, or if you are trying to gain some information from there, then you should not abuse the norms and values of any ethnic group or any of the social group. You must appreciate them. Suppose if you are from the Muslim family, and if you are talking about bad about any other religion or any other community group, then that will be also considered as the violating the code of conduct of information technology, and you might be punished. So that is why we need to appreciate each others. We need to create a harmonious environment, a social environment within the different people around the globe. And upon publishing or displaying any materials in electronic form with an intention of provoking hate or jealousy among the people is strictly prohibited. So what does this mean? Provoking means uksauni. Okay, uksauni, hate and jealousy, like uksauni. So what does this mean now? When the people know, they will be sometime the ill-minded people, they will be uploading some of the videos and information that will violate the community, like they will be talking unnecessary thing regarding the religion, regarding the country people. No, so that sort of thing will create a violent environment in the this internet sector. That's why this sort of code of conduct is also made, so that people won't be provoked by any sort of hate and jealousy type of content that people are putting. Another is revealing the secret information of the country through the information technology is strictly prohibited. In this case, committing in case of committing such acts, concerned authority can punish the guilty according to the law. Now you can see so many people will be there. More than billions of the people are using this internet platform, and in among these billions of people, there may be some people who try to misuse this information technology, and they try to reveal the secret information of the country. That might be anything. Okay, the secret information might be anything related to the administration of the country, related to any political affairs of the country. So that sort of information should not be revealed in the information sector, in this internet platform. If they are found to provide such information, then they will be punished. And that time I was talking about this hate and jealousy and provoking, no? So you might have heard or not, but recently during this COVID-19 situation, no, people committed a suicide in by doing a live in Facebook. So that goes against the law code of conduct of this information technology. Why? Because if people are doing suicide, that is against the law by itself. But beside that also, they are showing in the Facebook, they are doing the live in the Facebook. So that is why if they are doing such type of activities, then we consider them as the against the law, and they are provoking the people that suicidal attempts. They are that will confirm, like they are provoking the people to do the suicidal attempts. So that one is totally wrong. That one goes against the law, because of which now, since they have already done the suicide, so they will be punished according to the law, or they will be some certain action would be taken with such type of things. And you can see now Facebook have even banned such type of activities if they found a little bit of also the violation of the community guideline. No, they will directly block the user. They cannot use the Facebook. So that is the strict laws that have been made for the community purpose, for the social environment, to create the harmony among the people. And if they are doing any sort of misuse of that sort of thing, then they cannot use that features. They cannot use that Facebook or any sort of Google platforms. So that sort of law is also made according to the crime they have done. And another is, it is unethical to use some others email by hacking password and other security numbers. Committing such crime is punishable by law. Hacking means trying to get information unknowingly. Suppose Sarana is using one Facebook ID, and Sarana is providing all the information there. And if Isan tries to hack her Facebook ID, then that goes against the law and he may be punished. And if it is punishable to circulate the materials in electronic form with the intention of spreading terror or fear in the society, exactly, terrorism is against the law, against the community guideline. If that is people are doing some activities or publishing some of the activities for spreading the terror or fear in the people, then they will also be punished. Another is code of conduct, the last one. It is strictly prohibited to spoil anyone's personal character with the use of information technology. Such act will be punished by law. This is very, very, very important point. Why it is important? Because you are not the person who can judge anyone's character. So you are not allowed to speak on anyone's character. So you have to determine that you are, whatever you are speaking, that is right, and you should not violate anyone's personality. Otherwise, you will be punished by the law. So these are the code of conduct that we need to understand. And as we are using different methods of this digital learning, and you are also being aware about this Google Chrome, how to use the YouTube, how to use the videos, how to gain the knowledge from the videos, how to gain the knowledge from the Google, no? So beside using this sort of things also, you can also create your own environment for the learning and exchanging of the knowledge. So try to learn something new. And I see so many people, they even know